Alright, what we're going to do today is I've seen a lot of guys seem to have a lot of trouble changing grips. I know it's kind of basic, but we're just going to go over some of the steps, some of the things that I've learned over the years that makes it really easier and just a lot less trouble. So what we're going to do first is take the old grips off. Like I said, a lot of guys struggle with it, but I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to start out by, I've already taken most of the safety wire off the grip. I'm going to start out by cutting this piece of safety wire off. Clip that off. And now the easy way to take a grip off. Rubber tip blowgun. Insert it under the grip. With a little air pressure, it should blow right off. And there we have it. Pretty simple. So we'll do the other side, and then I'm going to show you how to put the grips back on. Alright, what we're doing right now is just basically using carburetor cleaner and clean the bars really good. I've moved the starter switch on the clutch side. I've actually moved the kill switch over. We want to get that out of the way when we're putting a new grip on. That way we can slide the grip on as far as it'll go. And you know, and the main thing is, one of the other big things is you want to make sure the bars are just really clean, and it'll definitely help your new grip stick a lot better. So carburetor cleaner, brake cleaner, you know, whatever you have there, you just want something that won't leave any kind of a film, and just to get the grip, or to get the bar as clean as you can before you put the grips on. Alright, one of the problems that I generally see, and this is something that I like to do before we put the new grips on the throttle side, most of your throttle tubes are going to have just a small hole on the end. Problem you run into there is you can actually force your grip glue. If you use a little too much, and I typically like to use a little more than a lot of guys want to make sure the grip sticks. But what will happen is you'll actually push glue up inside of this hole. It goes in on the actual bar, and what will happen is you'll end up pretty much just gluing the throttle tube to the handlebar. Definitely not a good thing. You don't want to do that. So what we do, cut just a small piece of electrical tape, put it over the hole, and just fold it over the edge of the bar. What's going to happen is your grip will slide right over that, and now that you've got the hole sealed up, it's just going to keep your grip and keep any of the grip glue from going up into the tube, and just pretty much solves the problem before you get there. So now let's put some grips on. I'll show you how to safety wire them, and man, you should be able to do it. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, the grips we're going to be installing today are the Pro Taper pillow tops. We have been using in the past on all of our bikes. We have been using it's a Pro Grip. They're getting kind of hard to find, so decided the pillow tops are pretty available just about everywhere. We're going to try those out. One thing to keep in mind, there are two different grip sizes. If you notice, the hole on this grip is definitely a little bit larger than the hole on this grip. Smaller hole will go on the clutch side because you've got the throttle tube on the throttle side. It takes a little bit bigger grip. What we're going to do is I generally use a rubber glove. This keeps you from getting the glue all over your fingers. Plus, once you get all the glue put on the bar and the grip, you can pretty quickly just strip the glove off, and that way you don't get the grip glue everywhere. What we're going to do is I'll run a little bit of grip glue down in the grip, and then just put a little bit of the glue on the glove, on my finger, and just spread that on the bar. The grip is going to end up pushing most of the grip glue over towards this end of the bar, so you don't want to use a lot on the bar. I get plenty up in the grip. I'll run my finger around, just kind of spread it out, and from there should just slide right on. Push it all the way on as far as it'll go. Make sure it's everything is even. And you should be good. Simple as that. Alright, next we're going to put the safety wire on. I've already got a couple pieces on here. Basically I usually just run 3 pieces. One up near this end, one in the middle, and then one on this end. What you do is you start your safety wire. You'll wrap it 2 times. And I usually run the ends down at the bottom, twist them together. They actually make safety wire pliers for this. I've never used them. I've just always used my regular, just a pair of needle nose pliers. Seems to work pretty good. You don't want to over tighten it. You want to tighten it just enough that it actually holds the grip snug. But you don't want to over tighten it because you can even cut into the grip. What you'll do is you cut a piece. You cut the end of the wire down here so that you've got roughly about 1/4 inch. Snip that off. Now you'll bend the tip of the wire in. Just put a little bend on it. Make it good and round. And then you just bend it back up into the grip. Once you get that on, just feel, make sure there's no sharp edges sticking out. You don't want the end of that wire catching your glove. Make sure all that's done and you're good. Basically, safety wire is available a lot of places. Really, you should keep safety wire in your toolbox. It's kind of like duct tape. I mean, you can fix anything with it. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Just make sure the bars are clean. Put your grips on. Use the glue. Make sure you cover the end of the throttle tube. You don't want grip glue up in the throttle tube. And finishing step. Put your grip donuts on. I like to let the grips dry after they've been installed. Let them dry for at least several hours, and you're good to go. So hopefully this helped you out, and will save you some trouble in the future.